Chat, write me a 2,000-word noir story set in post-World War II America, please. Forgotten Soldier's Betrayal by ChatGPT. Read by fake Marlon Brando. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Soldier. The rain fell relentlessly, casting a melancholic hue over the deserted streets of New York City. It was 1947, 2 years since the end of the war, and the city was still grappling with the scars of the past. The dark alleyways and dimly lit corners provided the perfect backdrop for the lost souls seeking solace in the shadows. One such soul was Jack Malone, a former soldier haunted by the memories of the battlefield. Jack, a tall and rugged man in his late 30s, wandered through the neon-lit streets of Times Square, his trench coat drenched in the rain. His weary eyes scanned the faces in the crowd, searching for a familiar one. But in this city, where the millions blended into anonymity, finding one man seemed like an impossible task. He had received a letter a week ago, a mysterious message from someone claiming to know his past. The letter spoke of a secret that needed unraveling, a truth buried deep in the chaos of war. Jack knew he had to find answers, to confront the demons that haunted him. The letter had led him to this forsaken city, a place where darkness reigned and secrets were currency. As he turned into a desolate alley, he heard footsteps behind him, quickening their pace. Jack's senses went on high alert, and he reached for the revolver tucked in his waistband. He spun around, ready to face whoever was tailing him. A figure emerged from the shadows, a man cloaked in darkness. "Jack Malone?" he asked, his voice laced with a mix of urgency and caution. "Yeah, that's me," Jack replied, keeping his hand firmly on the gun. "Who are you?" The man stepped closer, revealing a weathered face and piercing blue eyes. "The name's Samuel Bishop," he said, extending his hand. "I'm the one who sent you the letter." Jack relaxed his grip on the gun, shaking Samuel's hand. "What do you want from me, Bishop?" "I know what you've been through, Jack. I know the horrors you faced on those battlefields. But there's something else, something you don't remember," Samuel explained, his voice filled with a mix of concern and curiosity. Jack's brows furrowed. "What are you talking about? I remember everything." Samuel sighed and pulled out an old, tattered photograph from his coat pocket. It depicted a group of soldiers, all wearing worn uniforms, their faces etched with exhaustion. Among them stood Jack, his youthful features overshadowed by an eerie emptiness in his eyes. "This photograph was taken after a mission gone wrong," Samuel said, his voice lowered. "You were the only survivor, Jack. The others, they never made it back." Jack's heart skipped a beat. Memories he had suppressed started resurfacing like ghosts, rising from the depths of his mind. "I don't understand. Why did they send me back?" Samuel's eyes met Jack's, filled with a mix of sympathy and regret. "Because they thought you were dead, Jack. The army declared you killed in action. They left you behind." Chapter 2. Shadows of Betrayal. The revelation hit Jack like a thunderclap. Memories flooded back like a dam breaking under the weight of truth. Faces of comrades he had fought alongside flickered in his mind, the bonds forged in the crucible of war now tainted with betrayal. He looked at Samuel, his eyes filled with rage and sorrow. "Why didn't they come back for me? Why was I abandoned?" Samuel's voice quivered as he spoke. "There were forces at play, Jack. Powerful men with hidden agendas. They needed you gone, erased from existence. The mission you were on, it held secrets. Secrets they wanted buried, and you were the only one who knew the truth." Jack's mind raced, trying to make sense of it all. He had fought for his country, risking his life for a cause he believed in. But now the very people he had trusted had discarded him like yesterday's newspaper. What was the mission, Samuel? What did we stumble upon? Jack asked, his voice filled with a mixture of determination and fear. Samuel paused, contemplating his next words. It was a covert operation, Jack. We were sent to recover a package, something of immense value. But when we found it, things went south. Our unit was ambushed, and you were left for dead. Jack clenched his fists, anger coursing through his veins. And what was in that package? Why was it so important? Samuel's voice dropped to a whisper. It was a document that could change the course of history. It contained evidence of high-ranking officials involved in illicit activities, corruption, blackmail, even treason. The package had the potential to bring down an entire network of powerful men. Jack's mind reeled. The magnitude of the situation weighed heavy on his shoulders. The government had abandoned him, left him for dead to protect their own secrets. The years of fighting for a cause seemed futile now, replaced by a sense of betrayal. Where do we go from here, Samuel? Jack asked, his voice steadying. Samuel looked around, the rain still falling, masking their conversation. We have to dig deeper, Jack. Uncover the truth. Expose the men responsible for this betrayal. But it won't be easy. They hold positions of power and influence. They'll stop at nothing to keep their secrets hidden. Jack nodded, his resolve hardening. The forgotten soldier had found a new battle to fight. A battle for justice, for redemption. And he was prepared to wade through the darkness, confront the shadows of betrayal, and unearth the truth buried beneath the lies. Chapter 3. A Web of Deception. Days turned into weeks as Jack and Samuel delved into the underbelly of post-war America. Their investigation led them to a web of deception, where every step forward revealed another layer of corruption and intrigue. They followed the crumbs of evidence, piecing together a puzzle that had remained hidden for years. Their first breakthrough came when they uncovered a coded message, a letter intercepted by a contact Samuel had in the intelligence community. The message hinted at a secret meeting, a gathering of the powerful men involved in the cover-up. Jack and Samuel staked out the meeting location, a luxurious mansion nestled in the outskirts of the city. They watched from the shadows as a parade of influential figures arrived, their faces masked by greed and deception. The forgotten soldier and his newfound ally knew they were getting closer to the truth. As the night deepened, Jack and Samuel made their move. They infiltrated the mansion, evading guards and security systems, determined to expose the men responsible for their past torment. They reached the heart of the mansion, a room filled with opulence and arrogance. The conspirators stood together, their smug expressions fading as Jack and Samuel emerged from the shadows. "What is the meaning of this intrusion?" one of the men bellowed, his voice filled with entitlement. Jack stepped forward, his gaze fixed on the group. "You left me to die, to protect your secrets, but your betrayal ends tonight." Samuel produced the document, the one that held the power to bring these men to their knees. He held it high, the evidence shining like a beacon of justice in the dimly lit room. "You thought you could bury the truth, but we've unearthed it," Samuel declared, his voice resolute. "Your reign of corruption ends here." Panic rippled through the conspirators, replaced by a desperate resolve to protect their empire. Guards surged forward, weapons drawn, but Jack and Samuel were prepared. A firefight erupted, bullets tearing through the air, shattering the veneer of power that had shielded these men for far too long. In the chaos, Jack caught a glimpse of the faces of his fallen comrades. their ghosts watching from the shadows, urging him forward. He fought with a ferocity born from years of pent-up anger and betrayal. It was a battle for redemption, a fight to honor the memories of those who had been silenced. Chapter 4. Redemption's Price. The smoke cleared, revealing a room stained with blood and shattered dreams. Jack stood amidst the wreckage, his body battered, but his spirit unyielding. The conspirators lay defeated, their faces etched with disbelief and defeat. Samuel walked over, exhaustion etched into his features. "We did it, Jack. We brought them down." Jack nodded, his gaze sweeping over the scene of victory mingled with tragedy. The cost had been high, lives lost, trust shattered, but justice had been served. But as the adrenaline subsided, a hollow emptiness settled within Jack's soul. He had sought redemption, closure for his past, but the truth had come at a heavy price. The ghosts of his fallen comrades still haunted him, their faces a constant reminder of the sacrifices made in the pursuit of justice. Months passed and Jack retreated from the darkness that had consumed his life. He settled into a small town on the outskirts of the city, seeking solace in the quiet rhythm of everyday life. But the memories of his past were never far behind, a constant reminder of the battles fought and the scars borne. In the end, Jack realized that redemption was not a destination, but a journey through the shadows, where the lines between right and wrong blurred, and the price of truth was paid in blood. And though he carried the weight of his past, he vowed to use his newfound knowledge to protect the innocent, to ensure that the forgotten soldiers of the world would never be silenced again. As the rain fell, cleansing the streets of New York, Jack Malone stepped into the night, a lone figure against the backdrop of a world still grappling with the aftermath of war. His path was uncertain, but his resolve remained unwavering. The forgotten soldier had become a guardian of truth, a sentinel against the darkness that lurked in the hearts of men, and wherever justice called, Jack Malone would answer. Fin.